slashers and scream queens, and welcome to the Horror Daddies Podcast,
A podcast where we talk about horror movies.
and the daddies in them.
Hey, Carlos, it's finally here.
We finally have made it, guys, to Jurassic World Dominion.
Dominion.
Yep.
Carlos, this is a big day for you.
It is. I woke up by myself, no alarms, in a good mood.
He was saying good morning to everybody, and that's how we know that he's having a good-ass morning, because he said good morning.
Yep. I was.
And we were excited. He's like, I know the movie's at 12, but it's 8 in the morning and we're late.
Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I felt.
So, Carlos, just what do you think?
I absolutely fucking loved this movie. The 31%, I don't even want to talk about it because I don't understand. It touched every piece of my heart, every string of my heart. It rang it.
Oh, you were crying.
I
Like
was
the
crying.
first 5 minutes, I turned around, he's already tearing up.
This movie was beautiful. The legacy cast was just amazing. Having them in the film, and they were in the film for most of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is a spoiler review.
Yeah, go watch it and then come listen to us.
And the Easter eggs, I was catching all of them. It's just so much. It was so much, and it was just like a mwah to the fans, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I think this movie definitely knew where the target audience.
Mm-hmm.
I think it knew that this movie was for the fans.
Yes.
You know, and you can tell by the reviews that I remember watching those reviews and being like, damn, this is at like, it was at 70 and then 30 out of nowhere. I was like, holy shit.
They don't know cinema. Fuck those critics. I hope all y'all get diarrhea. That's how I feel.
Well, you know, this is like an important, finale to the Jurassic Park. It's officially been said that this is it for the Jurassic Park series, or
For now.
the Jurassic era.
World, yeah.
So maybe there'll be more. And just letting you know, if you haven't seen the movie yet and you're listening, there's no end credit scene. So
Yeah, but just sit there and enjoy the music, honestly.
it's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
So want to jump into it?
Yes.
All right. So
like-
directed by
Colin Torraro and written by him, and I forgot.
Emily Carmichael.
Thank you very much.
And obviously, we do have Chris Pratt as Owen Grady, Bryce Dallas Howard as Claire Deering,
Yep.
Lauren Dern as Ellie Sattler, Sam Neill as Alan Grant.
Daddy, chill.
Yep.
He was looking so good in this movie. I couldn't deal.
I mean, there was multiple people in that movie.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum, of course, as
Yeah,
Ian Malcolm, and DeWanda Wise with Kayla Watts.
God, I love her.
We have multiple people, but also Isabel Sermon as Macy Lockwood,
Yes.
which from Fallen Kingdom, of course, and B.D. Wong, who's Dr. Henry Wu,
Yep.
which is another kind of important character in this movie.
And I'm gonna mispronounce this, so I apologize right now in advance. But Mamodo Athi as Ramsey Cole.
Oh, yes, Ramsey Cole.
And then we have Kembo Scott as Lewis Dotson. We got Dotson here.
Nobody cares.
No. And then Justice Smith as Franklin, and then Danielle Pineda as Dr. Zia Rodriguez. They make a small appearance in the beginning.
Yeah,
of the
they only
movie.
have like 2 or 3 scenes.
one
But
scene.
well, what? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much a cast. A big cast. You know, it's a little overwhelming, a little bit, but we're there for obviously the main 3. Obviously,
yes.
Who gives a fuck about Chris Pratt? Let's be honest, because I didn't.
But this movie starts off with, the opening of this movie was supposed to be originally what they gave us like earlier this year, which was the whole like Cretaceous or the Jurassic period with the T-Rex and the Giganotosaurus fighting. T-Rex loses. The mosquito grabs the DNA. Then we see the T-Rex in the movie theater. So they cut that opening out because we already seen it.
Yeah.
And then we got a brand new opening, but it's with the Mosasaurus, and it's the scene where it's attacking the fisherman boat.
But it's like a documentary, so it's like talking about how like, whoa, dinosaurs in the real world. What are we gonna do?
So we get a lot of the visuals from that we got at Battle at Big Rock, where we see all those little visuals from before. We get a little scene from that little short clip there.
I noticed that a lot of the short, like the found footage or whatever, was from the website.
Yeah, from the website.
Because I was
too.
like, wait, this looks familiar. Like the car crashing when the
That's also a battle at Big Rock at the end.
oh, that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I've seen this before, and it's just from that. It's from that. And I was like, oh, okay, kind of cool.
So,
like
yeah.
they kind of blend all of that together, and it's literally just the politics of like, what are we gonna do with these? Like, are we gonna kill them? Are we gonna keep them? And there's like a split between keeping them in a sanctuary or just destroying them.
Yeah, which Bios. That's when Biosyn comes in, and Biosyn has a sanctuary where they're capturing all the dinosaurs to kind of and bringing them there, because people obviously, since these are animals, there's poachers out there. There's people using them for breeding and all this crazy shit. There's even underground like dinosaur fighting and stuff.
Yeah,
which is horrible. I will say the babies, all the baby animatronics, super cute.
They look so adorable.
You can tell they're animatronic, but they're super cute, and I love them all.
I love when they kind of look like animatronics because I can still be like, that's still there though. You know, you can interact with it, and they're like touching it, and they're like, it's really fucking cute.
It was so good. I loved it.
But they find one that's like separated in like this facility.
Sick or something.
I heard a heartbeat, and she's like, oh, this motherfucker gonna die.
He's not gonna make it, because this is where we see Claire and Zia. And they rescue the baby. They go off, and then these people chase them, and there's like this whole big thing with like the Triceratops running into cars. Super cool. We do see that baby later. That's the same baby that Ellie touches. She's testing if it's sick.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is another callback to the Triceratops in the first movie, which I was like, oh my god.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
Oh, we might be a little over the place because we literally just finished watching it. Like,
I'm gonna be all over the place
10 minutes ago.
I'm not doing this in order, not right now. So then we see Owen. He's doing the Wild Wild West thing, chasing the dinosaurs.
Yeah, which is like, you can find
snow.
something more efficient than a fucking horse.
Well,
like, come on.
I guess, but it was very cool.
It was cool. I will say the CG in this scene kind of bugged me because it's because we have the horse as a reference, and the horse looks real, and then what's the dinosaur?
You got me there.
Oh,
yeah, I'm not gonna be good at this.
Yeah. I'm not good at all.
But you know, this dinosaur, I don't know, I forgot the name. I'm gonna apologize right now. I'm the worst fan. That's one of my favorites, actually, like herbivore wise, because it reminds me of The Land Before Time.
Oh yeah,
Little Ducky.
Yeah, we can call it Ducky.
Yeah,
Ducky. He catches Ducky's mama.
Yeah. So Owen's thing and Claire's thing is capturing them and sending them over to where they're going to be rescued into the sanctuary over at Biosyn. That's her thing. When we get introduced to Ellie, she's doing this whole research thing because there's like these giant grasshoppers that are like eating all the crops, which is causing an how do they say it? Ecological disaster.
Yeah, which is like, so the scene that they introduce those things is kind of fucking scary because like it's like these kids at a farm kind of just like, what the fuck?
They're feeding their chickens.
They're feeding their chickens, and then you hear like zzz, and you see like one of those things, but then it turns into like a swarm, and it's like trying to get the kids, and it's fucking scary.
You know, so Biosyn created these things. Well, we don't know that, but that's the thing is that they created these things to basically get rid of the crops, which fucks up the whole food system for us and the animals, and people will starve. That's like, because Biosyn wants to be in charge.
Yeah, because like what it's doing is that it's eating the crops that are not made by Biosyn. Yes. So that way they're like, well, might as well just buy the Biosyn one, so then Biosyn makes more money. Yep. You know, corruption.
Yeah. So, and then the thing with Ellie, she's trying to figure out why and who and if they are the ones doing it. I did not like the bug thing.
There's a lot of things, and this is why maybe the reviewers, there's a lot happening in this movie. Like for me, my main complaint is that it feels like 3 different movies put together, because there's a moment where Ellie, Alan are doing something, then you have Ian and Malcolm doing something else, and then you got
Ian and Malcolm is the same person.
Or Ian and Malcolm. Ian and Ian's doing his own thing, and then you have Chris Pratt doing his own thing, and then Claire's doing another thing. So it's like it almost feels like 3 different genres of movies, because like Chris Pratt is very actiony. Every time he's on screen, he's fighting something or he's running away. It's really cool and explosion and shit. But then you got like the Claire scene where it's very horror. It's like she's trying to hide, and it's like this like violin strings and everything. And I love those scenes. It's just that then it cuts to another one that's like a completely different scene, and it kind of feels all over the place. And then the story is the same way because we have the Biosyn crop thingy, and then we have like Ellie's story, and I think that's just a fact of like Fallen Kingdom kind of made that kind of ruined the story a little bit, and now they kind of have to fix it.
Yeah, because so the thing is that Blue made a baby.
Yes.
By herself. And I thought that the reason she had made a baby was because she was given the blood of the original T-Rex from the original movie, which had the frog DNA.
Yep. But
apparently that's not the case. The case is she was given monitor blood, which monitors can reproduce asexually, obviously. And Macy, she was... That's another thing. But Macy...
They have like a double twist.
Yeah, Macy was actually birthed by her mom, but her mom made her inside of her asexually too.
Yeah,
because I guess her mom gave herself the same monitor DNA that Blue was given. So Macy and the baby get kidnapped, and that's the whole thing with Biosyn. They want their genetics. Wu is trying to fix the whole grasshopper thing by using their genetics because Macy's mom died, but Macy didn't. Macy's thriving. So what? that's like the whole thing.
What? No, I just, it's like when you put it like that, it's like, whoa.
Yeah. So that's like the whole thing. And I figured that this movie was going to be based on kidnapping Macy for her genetics and the baby also. I just didn't expect giant bugs.
Yeah, the giant bug. I was like, oh, okay.
I would have personally preferred, even though I still love this movie, that the dinosaurs are the ones thriving and are taking over the world.
Yeah.
But they are, but there's also being controlled. Like people, because they're sent. What happens is if it's getting out of hand, they're sending them just to that sanctuary that's at Biosyn, which, spoiler, it does get destroyed like the park did, and now the dinosaurs are roaming there freely. Yeah.
And it's like they're kind of like coexisting. So it's like Biosyn is trying to keep, they're like the good guys and they're keeping everything together, but in reality they're not. So
I'm definitely gonna rewatch this a lot.
Yeah.
So I would love to maybe even have Sherilyn back and we can sit down and actually like break down this movie bit by bit. But then they also mentioned that they're getting the dinosaurs from Sorna from the original Jurassic Park, and that they were also bringing them to those sanctuary, which, like I said, I'm gonna be all over the place. At the end of the movie, we get 3 T-Rexes, and I'm pretty sure one is Rexy, and then there's 2 more, and I'm pretty sure that's the couple from the Lost World, which I was like,
and one of them
fucking shit, because one of them is green.
It's straight green, like it's exactly like the one from Lost World.
So I was like, oh my god, this movie and did so many like Easter eggs. They did another one. Okay, here we go. So Owen sets out to go get Macy because Macy gets sent to Biosyn. So they end up in Malta because that's where Owen's old friend is from Jurassic World. I forgot his name. In this whole Malta scene, they have like this underground where like they like
Barry. His name is Barry.
Barry, thank you. They have this underground where like they make dinosaurs like fight, like they do cockfightings, but like chickens, but it's dinosaurs.
Yeah, and it's like super secure. Yeah. There's like a homeless man like in the front, but you give him money and he like opens the door with like a lock and shit. It's like super. It's kind of cool.
And they sell the dinosaurs there. They got compies. They got a baby Carnotaurus, and it's so fucking cute.
Yeah.
And this is when this whole chase scene starts with like the Raptors, and then the Carnotaurus and the Allosaurus get loose, the big ones. There is a little bit of an Easter egg here because the compies get out and they jump all over Owen, which is a throwback to the Lost World when the guy gets attacked by the compies. I was like, oh my god, that is so cool.
That's cool.
Claire's bad bitching it. She's running through the rooftops, she's getting chased by Tiger, I believe, the Atrociraptor.
Raptors.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that a lot. The Atrociraptor.
This is in this scene we get introduced to Kayla. And she's like this badass Air Force girl.
My God, I love her.
I'm telling you, she is great. Like she's a bad bitch.
And she decides to help them because she saw that Macy was getting taken. She just questioned it, and then when she met Claire showed her a picture, and she kind of put 1, 2, and 2 together.
Yeah,
I do love the villain Frankie, my fiance, pointed out to me she looks like the assistant from The Incredibles.
Yeah. Just like her. It's so weird.
It was so weird.
It looks like a legit like human version of her.
Yeah.
It's at first I was like, maybe it could be her because you know how like they kind of make them look.
Oh yeah, that's,
like the person, but I don't think so.
As I'm looking at her MBD, I don't see The Incredibles.
I don't even see.
So, but it is Deshane Lakeman. She plays Sonia Santos here in this movie.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, she's the one. She kind of has a thing where like how they did in Dominion with the laser with the Indoraptor,
Which I'm kind of glad that they brought that.
They at least kept the idea.
Exactly. They didn't just have it for one movie for plot's sake. They actually are using it.
So she has like this bracelet where she does the laser thing, and she sends out the Atrociraptors like after you. And this scene was so fucking good, the chase scene, because they stopped the music, and it's just the motorcycle, the running of the raptors, and everything they're running into, and it's just no music, and it's fucking great.
I was literally the whole time because I'm like, oh, this is so intense. All you hear is the vroom, like the motorcycle, and then like the fucking footsteps, and it's so intense, and like it's just a great scene. I'm like, damn, like why didn't the other fucking movies do this?
Yeah.
Like it's so good.
And that's what I mean. No music works for these movies because you have the dinosaur sounds for that. And Claire's getting chased and she's killing it. Then Kayla helps her out. They let out a fucking Carnotaurus and the Allosaurus, and they're in the city just causing chaos.
And the poor guy in the fucking scooter gets
he's
eaten,
like,
bro.
oh, a dinosaur.
Oh,
and there's
damn.
one behind one. And then Owen gets the villain, and he like in another scene and there's like a baby Carnotaurus, and it's like the cutest thing ever, and it grabs him by the arm, and then they have like a little baby dinosaur, like
what the
super
fuck
tiny.
is that? It's so
small.
small.
He looked like a Triceratops,
Yeah.
like super tiny, but he grabs his hand and starts biting it, and it's like the cutest thing.
He looks like some sort of Star Wars creature.
Yeah.
It's so weird, but it was so cute. Even though Owen's interrogating this guy, I'm like, he's getting his hand completely mauled by a fucking Carnotaurus. Yeah, that thing. And I'm like, he can't talk right now. He's in pain.
I don't know.
But he's like, man, I'm oh shit.
Yep.
It's Biosyn. He's does he say what is
Biosyn?
It was Biosyn,
he
right?
Says it, yeah. So then he gets finished off by Baryonyx, a baby Baryonyx. He gets finished off by. So, and then Alan and Ellie. Ellie goes to see Alan in another. I'm going all over the place. I told y'all. And she basically gets him to come with her to Biosyn because she's trying to get the DNA from the grasshoppers to prove that it's Biosyn doing all this.
Yeah.
So that's
you
their
need
thing.
the DNA.
So they set off to Biosyn. This is when they see Dachshund, they see Ian again, and Ian is also there undercover. We just didn't know.
Yeah, but Ian, of course, is like doing this speech, we lack Dominion.
He's being Ian.
Yeah, totally Ian with his button-up shirt, like all the way open.
Oh my god, their outfits were identical. Like a little different, like in colors, but like identical to the first one.
And I love that, like he is like this. Everyone's like, wow, he's so inspirational. Malcolm is fucking students, bro.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, what's your name? And she's like, oh, whatever the fuck. He's like, like he's being so flirty. I'm like, Ian is definitely fucking some students.
Oh my god, and them getting together was just like, it was just so magical. Like they remember, they kind of like remember, like he's like, oh, it's been so long.
It's like lost friends, like that you're reuniting with.
Ellie and Grant have very sexual chemistry going on because I was like the whole movie they need a kiss, and they do. They need a kiss.
And then Ian kind of threw some shade because he's like, well, hey Alan, do you have any kids? No. Well,
I got 5.
I got 5. Jesus.
So Claire, Owen, and Kayla do get off Malta on Kayla's airplane. They set off over to Biosyn. As they're getting closer, they're telling her like, hey, you can't fly on here
because there's like 2 unknown
well
thing.
They know that Owen and Claire are in their plane, so they don't want them to land because they know they're coming for Macy. And Biosyn has this technology where like the flying dinosaur, the
pterodactyls,
those and fuck, I know this. Give me
damn, what a fake fan, bro.
I said I can't pronounce dinosaur names. I said it. I said it from the beginning, and I thank
it's
you.
It's okay. We still love you.
The Q. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try.
Well, I can try. Let me see it. Let me see it.
Q. Hold on. the Kilo, where is? I thought it was just here.
Damn, what a fake fan, bro. He can't even Google it.
Kazaa.
You're getting close.
Nope, not doing it. Okay.
Wow.
Anyways, y'all. So they have this technology, so the flying dinosaurs can't get into the perimeter of that area.
And it's what we saw in the trailer, which is like it just claws like the fucking wings and the top and everything.
So Claire is sitting on the only seat that can be ejected in the airplane, so they eject her ass.
It's a cool ass scene.
It is,
because it's like the camera's on her and she's just like she's on the slingshot in fucking downtown. She's like, whoa, shit.
I want to go see this in 4DX because I'm pretty sure that's fucking cool.
Hell, but question though, you're in a plane. It's going down.
Oh Jesus!
It's going down, down. What are your last 2 words?
To who?
Just what are your last 2 words? Like what you're sitting there? What are your last 2 words?
It has to be 2 words.
2 words. Did I say 3, 4?
Okay, my last 2 words: Jurassic Park.
Wow. I'd be like, God damn. I'd be fucked. It's a scary scene though, because they're kind of like, damn. Kayla's kind of like accepting it because she's a pilot, so she's like, well, it's part of the job. Yeah. And Owen's literally looking at Claire like, God damn it. Do I really have to save her ass? You know, he wanted to do it himself.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt would be like, get off the chair, Claire.
But the pterodons, they start kind of attacking Claire, but they don't get her though. But they reference Jurassic Park 3 where they rip her parachute. And she falls down even towards the trees, which is like another reference of the hanging chair with the parachute. And then we get the I
call it the Freddy Krueger.
The Freddy Kruegersaurus.
Freddy Kruegersaurus.
Therizinosaurus.
Yeah, Freddy Kruegersaurus. That's exactly what I said.
Therinosaurus.
Yep.
Anyway.
The Freddy Kruegersaurus.
That one.
It's so cool. It has like giant claws. Yeah. And it's really big. I thought it was smaller.
No, he's huge. But he's a herbivore. Yeah. He uses the claws to
smack fucking goats across the fucking
he
world.
Smacked the fuck out of a deer to get out of his way, which is really funny. But they use the claws for the vegetation, to cut off vegetation and stuff.
Yeah, the deer was like eating berries, I think, and he just went, bitch, get the fuck out.
Yeah. So Claire unhooks herself and she hides under the water. We get this real tense scene of it over the water. And
Such a cool scene.
Yep, it leaves.
I love this whole scene, and I wish the movie was more like this because it's like it has like I love when it's like kind of crawling on top of her, and it's like you hear the violin strings like kind of moving with the dinosaur, and the eyes are they blind or something? Because
I don't know. It saw her.
Okay,
but like again, since it's a herbivore, it didn't care.
Okay, because I was like, it just looks so creepy. It just looks so scary looking, and and the claws always like lingering on top of her, so it's always like a sense of danger there. Yep, Freddysaurus, one of my favorites.
So, I did like this scene because the greenery and everything, it reminded me of The Lost World.
Yes,
it felt like The Lost World in that they were in Sorna. It felt like they were in Sorna in the scene.
They mentioned Sorna before this, right?
They did. That they were grabbing some of the dinosaurs from there and bringing them over.
Yeah.
Which they did miss an opportunity, but I'll get to it later. So then Owen and Kayla land on like an iceberg thing, like a fucking frozen lake, and they get out, and this is where we get the Pyroraptor scene, and oh my god, that bitch was Jaws.
This is fucking intimidating.
Yeah. It comes over towards them, and then they take out their weapons, and it just goes into the water.
Yeah, there's like a crack on the ice, and it just immediately goes underneath the ice.
Yep. And they're running, and Owen falls in the water, and he's about to get, and then Kayla saves him, and then the thing jumps out of the water like Free Willy, and it chases them, and then they redo the scene from the first movie when the girl Alexis trying to close the thing. They redo that, and they get into like this elevator.
I love that Kayla's like, no. She's like, nope.
She goes, oh, you must really love her, and he goes, yeah. And she goes, I get it. I love redheads too.
Oh.
I get it too. Then they get towards where Claire landed, and another Lost World reference where like they see the blood on the leaf, where that's very Lost World again.
I remember hearing you being like, "Oh, Lost World," and I was like, "Yep."
And they run into the T-Rex, and I was like, "Oh my god, the T-Rex!"
Yeah. Oh, and they also established that because who were they flying? Ellie and Alan, and they go, oh, there's a
T-Rex.
the Giganosaurus, and it's sleeping.
Oh yeah.
And then the T-Rex shows up, and then some bad bitch Giganosaurus shows up. Don't be correcting me. You don't know your dinosaurs too.
But so
it shows up, and I was like, oh,
and I was
fuck.
like, okay, so we're about to get a dinosaur fight right now.
Part 3, bro.
Yeah, and the thing is that since there's 2 apex predators, there can only be one. So
and
of course they're gonna fight over territory.
I was like, oh shit, this is not looking good for Rexy.
No, and they start kind of fighting, but like the T-Rex, I don't know if that was. I was trying to see for the scars if it was actually her.
That's true. That could be a different one.
But the T-Rex just kind of walks away and just like, I'm not gonna fight right now because I ain't got time.
Yeah, because the T-Rex was eating, and then the Giganosaurus shows up. Yeah, shows up and then goes, like it just the T-Rex throws the food at that directions, roars, and then leaves, and the Giganosaurus like starts eating. Yeah. So it's more like, I'm the fucking alpha, bitch. Like, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's pretty big, and it looks like an alligator too.
Yeah.
With like the spikes, a little bit of a spino too with
the nose is like really long and like just narrow. It looks really cool.
And black. It looks like it's black. So yeah, they get that. Then it turns into nighttime. And
I think this is when it starts splitting into everyone.
Yeah, because
trying to meet at one location.
We
forgot the great scene of how Alan is like, or Ian is telling Ellie about the whole like corruption in like 1 minute. Yeah, that's such a great scene. So I loved it.
They have to go into the lab to get the DNA, but they can't really get access to that. But Ian has access. So what Ian does, because they don't want the cameras to hear and see them, is that he distracts Alan with the coffee guy, and the coffee guy just starts talking because Alan doesn't know how to order coffee nowadays.
He's me. I literally yesterday went to go get some coffee, and I was too overwhelmed, so I just stayed tired. But I love that he ordered. I can't remember what he orders, but he's using the machine. Yeah. So it's expressing. I think it's espresso or whatever, but it's so loud that the cameras can detect what. And then he like gets really close to Ellie. He's like, okay, so you're gonna go here.
You're gonna take this bracelet, and then you gotta go into the level 4, and then you're gonna L4, and you're gonna find the thing there, and then you gotta do this.
And in the background, Alan's like, I don't want any.
Yeah, and Alan's just talking to the coffee guy, so confused. But then Ellen and Allie do manage to get down there. They get the DNA that they need. They bump into Macy because Macy and Beta, which is the baby raptor, are with Wu, and this is when Wu explains to Macy everything about the mom. And then Macy decides while she was alone, let Beta out, and she runs away. And then eventually Macy meets up with Ellie and Alan. They get together and they go off to like this thing on this like underground tunnel transportation thing.
Yeah. Oh, this is when we have Ramsey, like he just shows up because Alan and Ellie get the DNA, so they're about to escape with Macy. And I almost call her Ellie every time. She reminds me of Ellie from a video game. That's why. But Ramsey is like, okay, did you get it? And they're like, what are you talking about? And they're like, the DNA, like come on, and like I get it, and I get the plan. And they're like, oh, so Ian told you? He's like, no, I told them. So it's like Ramsey is the like kind of the assistant to the CEO, and then he told Ian the corruption that's happening. So then they kind of went down the line.
Yeah, so like Ramsey, you didn't know if he was gonna be bad or good, but he turns out to be a good guy, and he's the one that brought Ian there and like gave him the scoop. So they shut off their transportation tunnel train, and they get left in these mines. And this is when we get introduced to a whole new dinosaur that lives down there, and it's the one he was teased in Fallen Kingdom. He was in the mansion like as a statue, and he has like this big old fin. It looks like, and he comes out of the water like Jaws in one scene. I don't know the name of it. Sorry.
At first I thought it was like a Spinosaurus, like a little tiny Spino.
Like a little one.
And I was like, cool. Whoa, this is so cool. But I love this underground scene. There is a jump scare, by the way.
Oh, it got me.
It got the fuck out. I literally went,
yeah, it got me. I was not expecting that one. I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. It got me so good.
Because it's so tense. And like it's not like really tense. It's just that nothing's happening. Yeah. It's really quiet. And then there's noises.
It's one of these.
Yes. it is one of those.
For the people watching on YouTube, it's one. I just don't know the name. I apologize.
Does it say in the bottom?
No.
So
my mom got me this for my birthday one year, but it's one of these. Yeah.
We stand the queen.
Yes.
But it's just so quiet, and then there's noises happening. We watch it in IMAX, so like the corner of the fucking room, you hear something, and they keep turning
stuff
around.
in the back, and I was like, "What's happening in the theater?"
I was like, "Oh God, I don't like this." It's so creepy. And then you start hearing noises, and they're like looking back, like, "Okay, we just have to escape, bro." And it's like literally right in your face, like, bro, like a roar, and it scared the fuck out of me.
And there's like 4 of them is chasing them through the mines. And then Ian ends up rescuing all of them.
I love him. Oh, he gets fired.
He gets fired by Dotson. They have
because
this
they
whole
find out that Ian's, and instead of like, I do like that instead of the big bad guy Dotson being like, how dare you tell my plan, and I have this speech, he's kind of like, oh yeah, Ian, by the way, you're fired, you can leave. And Ian's trying to waste time, like doing this speech, like I have to apologize to everybody, like literally just trying to waste time, just being Ian.
So he wouldn't shut off the train on Ellie and Alan, but he eventually does, and that's how they end up in those mines. Which I was like, oh, that is so cool that they brought this dinosaur to life, because it was in the game for a while, and I was like,
they never did anything.
And now they did,
And even though it was a quick scene, like it was still pretty cool. Like it was still cool seeing it. So
then Claire ends up at this tower thing, and we get like a Dilophosaurus, and I was like, how so fucking happy about it. But and it's like they're so cute because they come out of the plants and stuff, and they're like sneaking and
there's
running
3
around. Yeah, and then Claire turns around as she's trying to get the elevator to go down, and like one's right behind her. And I'm just gonna say this right now, Chris Pratt, you're a fucking dick. Why? Because let me not say it.
No, don't say it.
No, because I was watching
if you don't say it, what I'm gonna say is a lot meaner.
Okay, so I was watching a YouTube video, and this video was the cast trying to guess dinosaurs.
Which dinosaur is this one?
A fish. And I was like, okay, cool video. And it doesn't say nothing about spoilers or nothing. And it's not really a spoiler, but I got upset because the first thing that they do, that they test them, is the Dilophosaurus. Like, they make the sound. And then Chris Pratt has the nerve to say, is that the one that I choke? And I was like,
no, he doesn't go. He literally goes, oh yeah, no, he does ask. And I'm like, it's literally like the first thing he says before his name.
Yep.
Oh, that's the one I choked. Like, it just kind of ruins the scene because I'm like expecting what's happening. So
then as Claire is getting this is from the Dilophosaurus, he comes and chokes it, and you see the spit like in its mouth, and I was like, well, I was expecting that because you said it like 3 days ago in a fucking video.
And then they run away, and I was like, damn, that's it. Like, that's it. And I looked at you because I was like, you were upset. Like, I could tell that you were upset.
Yeah, because I was like, really? This is the Dilophosaurus we get him again, but which was a
callback.
A callback, and also like, thank you. It wasn't just that scene of fucking this guy choking it. Because
I'm like, damn, the one scene that we get from them, it was already ruined by Chris Pratt for us. Like, it kind of sucks. What if he would have said anything? Would it have been would you have been disappointed?
No, because then I knew she wasn't gonna die. Maybe
but like
she
a fight or something.
Or maybe she could have gotten spit.
Yeah.
But I knew he was gonna come and show up and rescue her because she fucking said it in a video. So I knew she was gonna be fine. Yeah. Anyways.
Boom. Roasted.
So then eventually the whole cast gets together at this tower.
Oh yeah, they Ian, Alan, Ellie, and Macy are driving, and they're kind of in a cliff. Yeah. And I love that they're kind of all leaning and they're like being really careful. Kind of reminded me of Lost World with the little cart, because I'm imagining Ian being like, God damn it, I'm here again. Yeah. But then Macy's like, let's all lean to the left, and Ian's like, that's great thinking. So they all kind of lean, and he's like, perfectly normal. They're all leaning to the left, and then it just falls over.
Yeah, so it falls, and that's when they all get together. The Dachshund guy tries to burn the evidence, so he starts burning all the grasshoppers, but he lets them out, and they start like flying while they're on fire, and they're falling into the forest, and it starts a forest fire.
Yeah,
this whole mess.
It's kind of like scary. Like that scene where they're all like burning, but they're not dying.
Yeah, they're like not dying. It's really weird.
Since there's so many of them, it looks like a fireball is in the air.
Yeah.
Just like, and I do love, and I feel like it could have been like a little like visual thing, because what is the long necks motherfuckers?
The dreadnoughts.
The Dinosaurs are walking, and then you see like them falling, and it kind of looks like meteors. So I was like, oh, it's kind of like a little like the end of their era kind of thing.
Sad. So since the fire starts, they actually end up saving these dinosaurs, and like the sanctuary where they live in, they let them in there for safety from the fire. And then as the cast is all together, the Giga shows up, and then Alan and Chris have their "don't move" moment, and
Which I wish it was just Alan, but
right, because he's the original.
because Chris Pratt.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
First rule of remakes: don't fuck with the original.
Exactly.
So then the Giga does like this. They're like hiding around the car. The Giga's going around the car, which is like a callback to the first one with the T-Rex and Lex and the kid. And
It's just so big. It's so intimidating.
And then Ian gets inside of the car, so he looks like Timmy from the first movie inside of the car. As the car's kind of like turning.
Yeah, it like turns and then he's kind of like spinning around, like he's so scared.
But this scene is so good because they
Oh
all
my
try to get
God.
into the tower, and the Giga's trying to like stop them.
And Macy is like going up the stairs, and the Giga just closes the like the cage that she's like hiding in, and she is trying to go up, but she's fucking scared.
And there's just teeth on both sides.
Yeah.
And it looks so cool.
And Kayla's like, "Come on, you can go," and she's like, "I can't." Like she's crying because she's just terrified.
Girl, you
And
better hurry up.
oh, yo, but I get it, bitch. That shit was scary as fuck. Bitch, don't say that. You be like,
No. But they all manage to get up there. The Giga's still attacking them, but they fight it off with like electricity and fire. Ian grabs like a fucking fire.
It's a little like the bugs. The bugs. The bugs that were on fire.
Oh, yeah.
He
grabs
pokes
one.
it with a stake and like he starts waving it.
He starts waving it, and then he like fucking shoots it inside of the Giga's mouth, and it looks like it breathes fire for a second, which looks really fucking cool.
It evolved, and
Yeah.
Ian's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
But Ian runs and real quick goes up, and then he slips, but Alan grabs him, and it's kind of like a, "Hey, buddy, like I got you," because they were kind of like having issues at first. I feel like he was like they were throwing shade at each other.
They never got along.
Oh, I guess that's true. And then we never saw them together. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So they managed to get, and then they split up. So Ellie and Claire go to reboot or shut off the system, which is a fucking callback to the first one when Ellie goes to turn on the park again. And I was like, ooh, we gonna get like something in there, but no, it's just bugs attack them.
Yeah.
And then Grant, Owen, and Macy go get Beta, and they manage to get her. And this was a really cool scene because Macy kind of takes charge of Beta now, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then Grant's throwing the facts of like they come from the sides, and we learned that they'll get you from the throat and this and that. And then Owen's like, oh yeah, but you know it's like a thing you gotta, you know, it's out of respect or listen or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like two sides, which is really funny. But they managed to get Beta safe and sound.
And then you also see that Alan also kind of admires Owen
for controlling the raptors.
Yeah, he's like, oh, so you're the raptor trainer, and he's like, yes, sort of. And it's kind of cool, kind of seeing them interact. We only get like a little scene with them, like actually interacting because there's a giant dinosaur that's trying to eat them. But you know, it is kind of fun seeing them all, and I love that Ian's just roasting all of them. Like he's like, you made a promise to a fucking dinosaur, bro. Like you're ridiculous.
Yeah, Ian is Ian. And every time someone's trying to do something, he thinks he's helping, but he's really not really helping, and he thinks he solved it, but it's not really him, it's someone else.
Yeah, like they have to press like a specific button for like to shut down the system, and he's like, it's
4 down, but 3 up.
But 3, he's like, wait, 3 up or 4 down? It's like, it's the same thing. Yeah. And the guy next to him is like,
Ramsey's like, it's E1.
He's like, oh, E1, it's E1. And he's like, finally, Jesus Christ. It's like that manager that he just overcomplicates everything.
Yep. So they shut off the whole system. Everything's fine. And then Dotson was trying to leave and get away. And the fucking shuttle shuts off on him too. And he goes through like a small exit. And then these like fog things are happening. And we get this really cool, like, and it's really scary too. And the fog happens, and you see a silhouette, and it's like the arches of the Dilophosaurus in the head, and you can tell what dinosaur
And
it is.
you hear the noise, the sound,
Yeah.
and Carlos was like, yes,
Yeah, I was
he
like,
was so happy.
another scene. So they kind of stalk him a little bit. He gets inside of the shuttle, and one breaks through the glass, and there's just 3 of them around him, and they open their frails and they start spitting at him, and then they eat him.
Yeah, they
It
just
was-
cut to
It
the.
was a fucking callback to Nedry's death, because Nedry was actually supposed to take the Barbasol can over to Dachshund, which Dachshund
yep.
for some reason has the can. So I guess he went to Nublar and eventually found it, which I was like, oh, nice.
So didn't Ned drop it when he died from
Yeah,
the
he dropped
Dilophosaurus?
it and it gets soaked in mud.
So
and it just
it's
never came back.
So it's exactly this scene, because he also drops the Bulbasaur can.
Oh yeah, he drops it and we don't see it ever again.
Yep.
And it's like it's
It's
literally
on the underground tunnel as well.
It's an homage to Nedry's death. We do get a guy earlier in the movie that looks like Nedry.
Oh yeah, wait,
which
he's here.
Yeah, which I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Is he the villain?
Caleb Heron.
Yeah.
As Jeremy Bernier, and yeah, he looks just like him. I was like, whoa, this is so
I was
crazy.
like, that has a callback, and I was like, is this guy the villain? We don't know that yet.
Yeah, he's like in 2 scenes, but like I thought it was so funny because we're like, wow, he looks just like him. It's great.
As the crew is trying to now escape, Kayla grabs the helicopter. She doesn't know that the dinosaurs are now inside the sanctuary, so she's kind of thrown off by like the Dreadnought Longneck. And then as they're running towards the helicopter, the Giga shows up again, and then the T-Rex shows up, and I'm like, holy shit, it's about to go down again.
And we get the famous, like, there's like an arch, like an artwork.
Oh yeah, the T-Rex shows up.
And it shows up, and it's kind of like, like the famous poster.
I cried.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And then it just starts roaring, and there's two bad bitches just fighting.
And
like,
I think this one's actually supposed to be the Rex, the Rex.
Because I
And-
think you see when she turns around, like in the arch, you see the scars.
Yeah, which I wish Ellie and Ellie would have like mentioned or like recognized her. Like it would have been.
I guess like it's not that important.
It's not,
because
but
it's
to
like
me
you're
it
also
is.
trying to escape.
I don't give a fuck. To me, it's important.
I
Recognize her.
get it. I get it.
Um,
I would. This movie already suffers from a lot of like, let me tell you what's happening. Because Dr. Wu telling Macy about everything, I was like, why is this here?
Yeah,
we
but
didn't need that.
Whatever, because Macy's and whatever. Anyways, so the 2 dinosaurs start fighting, and everyone's trying to get away, and they're kind of just fighting off as they're trying to escape, because Alan's like, oh, this isn't about us.
He's from
This
the
about-
hood. He
this-
knows.
Yeah, this is about them trying to whose territory is this gonna be.
Yep.
And I almost lost my shit, because it looks like the Giga beats the fuck out of the T-Rex, and the T-Rex is laying there like, and it looks dead.
Mouth open.
And I was like,
everything.
oh no, they did it.
I'm not fucking dead.
So-
She's fucking dead.
Then the Theranos Freddy Krueger, Freddysaurus shows up.
The first horse.
The Thera Freddy and Freddy shows up, and I would have wished the Spino would have showed up.
That's what I was hoping. I was like, oh shit, are they bringing the Spino just for
Yeah.
just to throw it in there? I
Because
was
they
like,
did
hell
mention
yeah.
that they brought dinosaurs from Sorna, and I thought it would have been a fucking amazing like 3-way fight, because the crew gets away, and we're like, holy shit, they really killed the T-Rex, and then it's like little Freddy and the Giga going at it, which it was kind of teasing the Lego set, and I was like, oh, so this is what's gonna happen at the end of the movie.
Oh, I see.
That's how I caught
Damn,
it.
Chris Pratt and the Lego Company spoiled the movie for you.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, the T-Rex wakes up again, and I was like, oh, she didn't die.
Yeah, I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
I was so scared. I was like, don't do this.
Yeah,
Don't
I
do
literally
this.
was like, damn, they actually did it. Because I was like, of course the T-Rex showed up. And then it's like, oh, she's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Holy shit, what is happening?
But
And it like stands on top and like roars. And I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
so it grabs the Giga by the neck, and it pushes it over towards the Freddy Krueger dinosaur, and that dinosaur just stabs it with his claws to like the neck and the body like that, and it just fucking murders it. And then the T-Rex like stomps like on it, and then as lightning goes down, the Tyrannosaurus and the T-Rex roar together, and it's fucking beautiful.
yeah.
It was the best shot in the movie. I fucking loved it. The only complaint again, it is the fucking music over the roar. But what can I say? I can't complain anymore because they already did it.
They already did it. It's already done. Yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like just remove the fucking or like lower it at least so you can feel the roar. But you know, it was still gorgeous to see.
The
like
lightning behind them and the rain. It looked really good.
It was kind of like I wish it kind of fought a little bit more, like because it was kind of she woke up, pushes him, and that's it. She's dead. But you know, it was still good. It still looked really good, and there were some bad bitches in there.
So then the team gets back to where they're supposed to. They kind of everyone splits off into their own ways. Allie and Ellen are doing like this court thing where they're gonna prove the whole biosyn thing. So it stops. Owen returns Beta to Blue. I thought so when they returned Beta to Blue. I thought Blue was gonna show up like I made more because I didn't know if you were gonna come back with my baby.
That'd be so funny. Like, oh, I thought he was dead, so I don't need him anymore.
But then Beta's so cute. Beta, I guess, recognizes Maisie as his little like a big sister or something because it listens to Macy, and it runs off with its mom. Owen says bye to Blue again. He smiles, and then
did you notice that Beta was mostly on animatronic?
Yeah.
My one thing is that Blue does not look good in this movie.
No.
She looks really
They kind of already put her to the side. Like you already kind of the star for the first and second movie. You're off to the side now.
Yeah, but it's like when we see her, it's like it throws me off because Beta looks really good. Like even the CGI version of Beta looks good, but Blue just looks off. Like I literally was like, damn, I wish they could have done something practical. They had a head for Jurassic World, so they could have done something. They
could have done a practical full body Blue, but whatever.
Yeah. But I think they leave at first, and then Blue comes back and looks at Chris Pratt or Owen, and it leaves again. I do like the fact that Macy and Chris are both wearing blue. They're the only ones wearing blue, so it's kind of like a connection between the two Velociraptors. Yeah. They leave, and then we see that Ellie and Alan they get it on.
Oh my god, they kiss! Yeah,
finally.
Yeah, and I was like. Dreams do come true after 29 years.
Is it Mark? Mark was her man. What?
Yeah, and
he's that's it.
Yeah, she said we divorced.
Yeah,
my kids are in college.
Alan was like,
I give a fuck because I don't.
Yes. And then Alan's like, I'm always gonna go with you, Ellie, and it was just gorgeous.
Did we find out what happened to Ian? He just kind of disappears, right?
Yeah, but I think he's also probably with them on the whole
but we don't see like them at the end, right? He just kind of leaves.
Well, we all we see is that he's with Ramsey and they're both doing a statement.
Oh, that's true.
Before they get on, and that's all we see. That he said something about his book. So then we get like this news reporter, and she's telling us how we're gonna have to. Most of the dinosaurs are getting sent over to the sanctuary, but now we're just gonna live in a world where we all coexist. And we get like these really beautiful shots of like dinosaurs with horses, triceratops with elephants. We see the mosasaurs with whales, like just kind of swimming with them and coexisting, which it's kind of like life found a way for us to coexist with these dinosaurs. And the way for us to survive is we're just gonna have to work together. And then
this is when we get Rexy, and then we get the two other ones.
Yeah, so Rexy's about to drink some water, and two more T-Rexes show up, and I was like, and I didn't put two and two together because I was just like, okay, they had more T-Rexes, but think about it, the only other island we know that had T-Rexes was Sorna, and it was two of them, and it has. I mean, I honestly I need confirmation, but I'm gonna think and say that it's the couple from the Lost World.
But what didn't the two from Lost World, because the baby technically is the one from 3.
Yes, if the baby is the juvenile, it died. The spinal killed it. So
Jesus. Yeah. So
I mean, if that was the baby, the spinal killed it. In like these two, I mean, it's a possibility they're still alive because Rexy's alive and she's old as fuck.
Yeah, it's true. She is an old bitch. I get it, but it was cool. It was cool, kind of seeing like, oh, okay, there's more than just her. And
they'll probably make more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And yeah, I think that's it, right? I think the movie.
Yeah, that's from what I remember and everything that I like loved about this movie and have in my head right now. that's it. Like I said, it was a first time watch, so I probably missed a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, which don't blame us. You know,
Yeah.
we're still kind of it was a lot. So
And I'm just still like in awe. Like this
Yeah.
movie, honestly, all the Easter eggs were it was fan service and it was great. I did tell you guys where I would put it in my rankings last week, and I actually texted Sherilyn and asked her for her rating.
yeah, which listen to our last episode with the ranking
Mhm.
with our very special guest Sherilyn, which
And
was a pleasure to have in the podcast.
as of now, because this could change after rewatches. As
Mhm.
of now, after a one-time rewatch, I think it stands at number 3.
I
So Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Dominion, Fallen Kingdom, and Jurassic Park 3.
yeah, I think I agree with you.
Oh, sorry, Lost World, Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think I go 1, World, and Dominion.
And
I think so.
Sherilyn, drum roll please, she also puts it at number 3.
Yeah, our tier list stays the same.
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's where we put it at. Again, I would love to have her back and we can probably go deep and have a 5-hour discussion on just this
Yeah.
one movie, because that's how we are.
Yep.
But it was great. I recommend you go see it. Go see it on IMAX. Honestly, the score and the sounds are amazing.
D-Box if they have it. Fuck
yeah,
it.
I'm
See if
gonna-
it's fun.
I'm gonna try to do a D-Box if I can. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Carlos, so out of 5 knives, how many knives do you give this movie?
I give this movie 4 knives out of 5.
4 out of 5. That's pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, I loved it. Just the Macy stuff. Just I'm not a fan of it. I didn't care for the whole cloning thing. Like it's like what you said. They probably the Fallen Kingdom mess. They had to include this here. But if it was just that Blue was the one to reproduce, and they're like, oh, we need the raptor blood, I would have just preferred that.
Yeah, I think definitely. Oh, we didn't say. Oh yeah, we did say about
'Cause-
Yeah. Charlotte or whatever.
Charlotte.
Yeah, was it Charlotte?
No, the mom.
Macy's mom, but yeah, we
that
did
she gave
mention
birth
that.
to her, which it didn't make sense to me because in Fallen Kingdom, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, they made it seem that Lockwood and Hammond they like broke off before even Jurassic Park was a thing, but then they're telling us
see
here that Charlotte was
worked.
part of it and she
Mhm.
worked there, and that she worked there till like 2007, or she was assigned to
Like
to
right
when she died.
before, yeah. And how Ellie knows about.
And I'll
I
forgive
was
it because she did say it was after Hammond died, and we didn't have movies in between that.
My thing is that like, how does Ellie know about the confidential stuff that Dotson said it was confidential about, like her like kind of fixing her genetics?
Oh, I don't know.
I was kind of like, wait, I thought that was like nobody knew
'Cause
about that.
She said that Charlotte was one of Charlotte's students at one point
Yeah.
after Hammond passed.
And she wanted a kid so bad, and then when
Mhm.
she was having you, she always loved you. That's all I know, and I didn't know her for that long.
Yeah, and I was like, she could have just lied and said she I don't know, officially inseminated or had a partner that's no longer around. Like, no one was gonna know you cloned a baby
Yeah,
or asexually reproduced a baby unless you tell people.
yeah, but then the thing was that she then goes, Ellie, she lived a short life, but she gave you something she didn't have, a long one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, so Ellie knows about the whole like
I don't know,
genetic thing? I literally that scene confused the hell out of me because I was
but like since it was the first time, maybe after a rewatch I'll catch more.
yeah.
'Cause, like I said, I was just so into it that the Macy stuff is the stuff that kind of just I don't care for this movie. Other than that, this movie is perfect, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And if Fallen Kingdom maybe just didn't do the whole Macy thing, this would have been more of a beta thing in this movie. That's how I see it.
Okay. I can agree with that.
But we got what we get. So it was a good conclusion. The dinosaurs are now in our world, and in 2010, whatever years, a new kid wants to direct a new trilogy. Go right on ahead. They left you an open world now, so
Yeah, that's true. My ranking, thank you for asking. Always forgets about me. I that's on your mind. I get it. Alan was fine as hell in this movie. Honestly, Ellie could get it. She was looking really good.
Oh my god! And sorry, Alan had the little the raptor esophagus thing at his little gravesite in Utah.
Oh
which was
yeah, the 3D printed one, right?
Which was a throwback to Jurassic Park 3. But sorry, your ranking.
So I think I give this a 3.5.
Okay.
I don't think quite a 4. Bitch, stop. People be calling me. I think a 3.5 just because, like I said earlier, I think the movie does feel like structurally like a mess because there's so many. They're like everyone's separated, and I think I did read a review that I didn't believe it at first, but when I saw it, I could kind of see how it works. Is that everyone feels like a lead character. I do love. That's fair. And I do wish that they kind of phased off, Owen and Bryce, or not Claire. Bryce, Claire, because I don't really care about them. I never really liked them that much, and just the first one, that's it. But I wish it was more like we need the original people, and it was just a movie about them. Just because I felt like seeing Chris Pratt and everyone else, it deterred from what I wanted to see more. Okay. And I think if they would have narrowed the story a little bit more, it would have been a way better movie. I think it definitely had things that they could have done really well. Mm-hmm. It's just that, again, I think Fallen Kingdom kind of had the story in a mess, and they kind of had to pick up the pieces and kind of finish the puzzle. Because
honestly, like I actually like how Claire, how much she has grown. Because I feel like Claire in the first movie was all about, I don't care about the dinosaurs, I just care about the money the park is making, and that's it. Yeah. And then as the years went on, she's starting to care more about the dinosaurs. She's like an activist. She's like an animal rescue activist, but for dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. And I do like that she's grown to that. But I mean, she got married to Owen. I can't blame her for that. But like I said, it's like them having Macy. They're gonna go after Macy to go rescue her, and that's the thing. I didn't really care for the Macy story. Yeah, I don't care for the whole clone
because it didn't lead anywhere. It's like, we need you, and it's like, but then at the end of the day, they really didn't need her because Dr. Wu ends up just curing it
with her blood.
Did he actually use her blood? Oh, okay. She gave him permission. Okay, because I thought it was like, can I use you? And then she just never did. Well,
they say yes, but they never show him actually like in. Yeah, but I forgot to mention that Dr. Wu they do reunite with him as well, and they see him, and Alan's like, I haven't seen you in so long. Yeah.
I love Ian is like, no, it's always him. He's always the issue. Like, I get it.
Ian. I guess she gave him the okay to use her, and they did, and then he makes a grasshopper and lets it loose, and that one grasshopper's genetics is what's supposed to change the genetics of the ones that are corrupting the crop, and they show that at the end of the movie. But like I said, love the movie, didn't really feel the bug thing, but it was fine. Macy stuff I didn't really care for, but everything else, loved it.
Yeah, and it's definitely like, if this movie is definitely for the fans. Mm-hmm. I think it's one of those things that you're gonna have to just ignore the messes of it, and you can still enjoy the movie. Because I didn't leave like, like when I watched Fallen Kingdom, I left like, I was so bored of it. And I feel like this movie could literally just replace Fallen Kingdom, and it's the same thing.
So I was thinking about this the other day. Like, for me, like, I can watch Jurassic World, watch Fallen Kingdom up to where the island blows up and they leave, and have a cut right to this movie. Like, have a 4 years later. Yeah. And just catch me up on what happened. Because in the beginning of this movie, it tells you what happens in the manor and how the dinosaurs got loose. And that to me, okay, I know what happens.
Yeah. I guess, that's very true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, that was my complaint. I think it's like, I don't think it deserves a fucking 36 or 30 whatever the fuck. Oh my god, definitely not.
That was ridiculous. It's not that bad, guys.
No, but like, I can definitely, like, in the 70s, like high 70s, I can totally understand, because the movie does have flaws. It's not the perfect movie, of course, but honestly, it's still enjoyable. I think there's something to appreciate. There's a lot to appreciate, actually, and it's a fun movie. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I ended up being hype after the movie, and I didn't leave the theater like miserable, being like, well, can't wait for this episode.
Oh my god, I heard someone walking out and they're like, did you like it? And they're like, no. And I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
But I was like, let me not say nothing.
Yeah, everyone has their own opinions. We all have assholes. But,
so No, this movie was great. And if you're a fan, you're gonna catch the Easter eggs, because I was catching them left and right. I think this is the only series, because there's Easter eggs in every movie. This is the only series that I can actually say I can catch the Easter eggs.
Yeah, like all
because
of
everywhere
them.
else I'm like, oh.
Yeah, like it can fly by you. Yeah,
Well, unless it's like Chucky, I can do Chucky too. But
okay.
Jurassic Park, I was catching them. I was like, okay, look at me being small.
Yeah, it was fun. It was cool seeing also the audience like reacting to
Yeah.
everything. It was pretty fun. It was a fun experience. So guys, go watch it if you haven't. Of course, if we haven't ruined the movie for you, definitely still go watch it.
Go watch it. Leave us comments of what you thought. Leave us comments of like what, like, and I don't know what you think, where you rank it. What was your favorite moment? And then make sure to subscribe as well.
Yeah, please.
I do have one a game.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
A game.
Yeah, a game.
Ooh.
So we're gonna do our best impersonation of Dinosaur Wars.
Okay. Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
Let's see. Let's do Dilophosaurus.
Is that the one that Chris Pratt jokes? I can't remember how he sounds like. It's so hard.
Okay, he ruined that moment for me.
Can we listen to it
Sure.
and then try to copy it? Wait.
Okay.
Let me find a Dilophosaurus sound. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's easy, bro. Bro, that was spot on. There's no way you can fuck with me.
Okay. Pretend I have frails.
Okay. Whoa, that was just like
Hope
it.
that didn't hurt anyone.
I'll lower it. That was just like it. I honestly thought I was Bryce Dallas Howard. Wait, I'm Chris Pratt right now. Oh, wow, so good.
All right.
All right,
We'll do one more. A T-Rex.
Oh, you gotta go. Oh shit. Wow, that was amazing, Carlos. That was incredible.
You know, I used to run around as a kid just doing that all day in my house.
I believe it. You remind me of the Step Brothers dad. That he's like, I was a kid. I wanted to be a T-Rex. He's like, I lost it. I always lost it. I'm T-Rex. Look, I'm dead as fuck. I'm fucking dead. Oh,
Yours?
oh shit! I can't do it.
Why you sound like George of the Jungle?
I can't do it.
Okay, I'm not. All right. Okay.
I'm
Alright.
terrible. I'm
I'm
a good
sorry,
Dilophosaurus though.
Okay. One more.
Oh,
A Brachiosaurus.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to hear it. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
How do you spell it? Oh, there you go. Wow.
How do you not know that?
I just want to, for. That was pretty good, Carlos. Okay. That was pretty good, man. You know, Alan looked at that and was like, "Wow, what a beauty."
Okay, I need water. Okay.
You hungry?
A little bit.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
go
y'all.
eat.
Again, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I apologize if we were like all over the place, but I love this movie. Go watch it, and I hope to see y'all in your dreams. And remember,
Don't move.
and we'll see you in your dreams.
Horror Daddies.
Oh.